Spanish La Liga anymore. Real Madrid and Barcelona, Eba Babisha. Can say Ukushia team, now never continually in the same season. Now I show out twice or 3 times. At the SSL, they say you have to go into the game with an A game. An A+ performance. And I was a Real Madrid crocodile. That's what game anymore. Players I feel so make a difference. They are Real Madrid. Number 1, Thibaut Courtois. This season, he's been a standout performer for Real Madrid. He is the reason in Real Madrid they competing for the Spanish La Liga. Balls never banoso, pressure never banoso, but he always tries his possible best to stand to the test. And the Real Madrid bobo kono. And the Thibaut Courtois be the Juma. Ewe chiri onum. And the Real Madrid. Then again, there is a problem with the Real Madrid defense because Rudiger, who arguably maybe an performance this season and the previous seasons, but they won't pan so ne say. I brought any more in as much as say previous seasons they better change this season no and yeah bad. But unfortunately, Onya available obey me kind. So there's going to be a makeshift player in the shape of Tchouameni, any Raul Asensio, any Bejina Chilonum, Ediama Real Madrid. Ken, another player is also making sure so better to the party, Ediama Madrid. So more per results should be Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe, best Spanish La Liga, there was that kind of hype, any attention. And Abrante, not just hype. No, actually, he's a goal scoring machine. Our French league animal or deba. It's in the performance they was show. He stepped into the Real Madrid club. Asasiano, now Neman was expected. There was a bit of pressure on the player. Now Manfo can't say baby. Say Kylian Mbappe more morning yet. He has been a flop at Real Madrid. After performance, they shall see Eba on the right. Goals they shall see Eba. Now the America. So he has to be at the party for Real Madrid. Senema Beko Yama Madrid in a sense that. So at the last Clasico no boy now. Kylian Mbappe was the man who did that firepower about Real Madrid and Nimu in the first half. Now Nyaman Kwan came from Real Madrid. The performance wasn't good. But in the second half, I brought Kylian Mbappe Belmono. He was the man. Not all pressure ahead the Barcelona defense. Aside, he was the person that know to be pet. A year channel to be as an attacker. No one receiving the right balls at the right time. No, they had the defense of a year Barcelona. It is our firepower and the confidence in Real Madrid in the second half. Only Barcelona Gina toe to toe at the boy at the point now Real Madrid dominating game. It was Kylian Mbappe and this had the Real Madrid and Nimu. He brought that sharpness and Real Madrid and Nimu. Scoring 24 goals in a debut season for a club like Real Madrid. It was Spanish La Liga Nimu. I feel that he's that trump card for Real Madrid and he has to be at the party. Say Madrid Beppe so be a winner. Ken in the Italian Seria A, and now there was one game. I of course so AC Milan and Bologna. AC Milan gradually performance na shasi a peja. So why AC Milan? The last 6 matches are AC Milan are bono in all competitions. We're winning 5. But AC Milan team at the start of the season, Mbappe fin even under Conceição will not near man conquer. Or better ba couldn't a china won't even share. Name why a day the ama AC Milan at the point. Now AC Milan Jenny Quarambe first to qualify for Europa. Now was somebody attention in the Coppa Italia so. No munya sa qualification the first channel no that back door nobody copy me we Europe because qualifying for the top 4 spots they be difficult. But as we speak, AC Milan apart from to Coppa Italia final no. Etimi asa born homodia say see possible say AC Milan betimi qualify for Europe next season even on the league log. Looking at performances of other clubs and down so okita 60 points omo done anim no 63 and possibly the best will other matches and answer the next 3 matches in the Italian Serie A no clearly AC betimi anya qualification even on the league to qualify for the Champions League and say na be power the Coppa Italia and so one of the teams they free last season ever omo consistent with Italian Serie A Bologna. And it's a Wishia Bologna, though AC Milan fee. But the AC Milan we have seen this season. And yet, team now bet me a GDA Bebre, so bet me a BT Bologna to it. At the start of the game, especially in the first half, now the midfield of AC Milan ain't me handle one midfielder. Bologna Bobo Kunum, Remo Fuller, or control game lead my Bologna. He is the reason in Tiana Bologna ever all the possessions game in the first half, especially. And the defense of AC Milan now a bit poor. May assure say the injury of Fikayo Tomori affected the team. Almost share game in Arsenal. and on your head injury in the 14th minute. And on we changes man bemo. Other defenders at this season, on my team in his absence, I'm near my conkaino, no multimin Yasadiano, Pavlovich especially. The kind of space out the man Ossolini. So Bologna this season, now we play a machina. Ossolini had that player as a what game. Any attention and so Timmy corner so. He's been the best player for Bologna this particular season. He scored 13 goals. And as a winger, the top scorer. And so the man Bologna Bobo clearly a train more or you'll be pacey. He's a good dribbler. Such players, you almost so much space. But time also leaning far born. Now Pavlov better man that space. A bit me a man done in who facing the 1-on-1 and no beating into it and no ball into the tomb. Adia Bakwema many Jeremy Haley for AC Milan has been that kind of confidence. And that's never say die spirit in their last 6 matches. Go AC Milan, just like the Barcelona team, in the last 6 matches again. Compare me say a bit poor game, no. Ultimately, yes, I did to solid game no one winning. The last league game they played against Bobo friend said Genoa. Now AC Milan Bobo won that form in the dying numbers of the game. Omo take can win it 2-1. And now after so I'm call from 1-0 in the second half. And a coach considers how any changes. Changes no Samuel Chukwueze and then player friend said Santiago Jimenez were the difference makers for AC Milan. Omo bad game no. Omo the best side the face of the game. Emma Nyema turning in favor of AC Milan Bobo no. Obi oda from Kabako. Na ya bo game na aka 20 minutes ama ya pon. Na for AC Milan ababa betika. Santiago Jimenez came from the bench in the 65th minute. Oba 73rd minute and obete kandema AC Milan. Na oma draw parity. Aka kwanya AC befaso. Now when you have that match winner to give them the confidence in the subsequent games. Say they better to be still qualify for the Champions League. People have to stand to the test. There comes Christian Pulisic, a superb performance and run. On also that 2-1 goal, and so the man AC Milan and Sana Brandt if anything Jimenez, and so about the third goal. One thing about him I have loved and they say at the start, I want to carry on AC Milan no, or buy na near conkain now or share. But at a point, even a third person and I say a third force with the AC Milan striking department. Obi Oba or starting here instantly. Now all my goals, After Luka Jovic Muni now Bojano, League Mo, Coppa Italia Mo. He was on the bench, one complaining. He's worked hard, getting the opportunity again and now. Abraham Tenner proves he's that quality striker. AC Milan bet me I rely on. And then again, one player, and I'm being impressed with the performance. You're born a chin pain baby, Jao Felix. Ken and no branch anymore the mono any that timely runs a player be here e will game no the be here juma dia boa the team no manya results no a branch any yes juma no eventually go na Christian Pulisic said impo he was the man of ball shot and a defender Eden Hokai and sana eba beto Pulisic and mama na che it is the Jao Felix so so na ye born a chi bebre so started very well but at the point na neman kon kan fa man no yesterday was at the party and good for AC Milan. Almost so to be for the 3 maximum points. Abo push you on the league ladder. They see they are confident. So in the subsequent matches, and Yama Konkaya, on betting qualification, our Champions League, if only when other teams there don't anymore, and Yaman Koyan for maybe more. Can Napoli, any Inter Milan, the race for the Italian Serie A title, and so Baba be keenly contested. So why Napoli in Suswa? And Yama Konkaya the man Napoli pa. After picking coach FNS Antonio Conte, one who knows the Italian Serie A very well, now Niamey Konkain, and so the man anytime he steps in the Italian Serie A. The last 6 matches, Oma making sure some Ubetimian 5 wins, and so Italian Serie A. Fortunately for them, the last game they played, Omoko away, Ekokobo Leche. This time around, Omo Tenefie. If you know Omo Tenano, Omo team my friend said Genoa, and so and the airborne. Genoa in the last 6 matches were winning just 1. Can we draw 1 and I will lose Marco 4. It is a whole Napoli. Oh no, now you're very good. I will fear away in the last 6 matches. Baby, you could be a move 5 or share. Oh, a problem. Inter Milan on the other hand, and so no. That kind of a team on only about this particular weekend, relatively compared to Genoa. Ding chain, Napoli, because Obo Torino. Torino this season has been better than Genoa. Okay. It is a Napoli, no one your opportunity. Oh, Tenefia, you have no option. Say Obeche. And Inter Milan and so far away. Inter lose again. Ken, baby, I drew it here.
3 points, 4 games to go.
A bad day, some because Inter beat me at the league. Because manager now.
I'm more concentration for Champions League.
For Champions League, so. Economy na adwin nyina akodi ye because omo feel say Champions League trophy no.
But he'll do better only 5 points.
Yeah. The consistency na Napoli show you know. Inter Milan and Milan show. A typical example here dey na woka. So omo dey attention for Champions League no so. So when you get divided attention, e be ya den say nema betimi akon kan dey amount e wo league ni mu. But Napoli are di ne home no only had that ambition of winning the Italian Serie A. E honum no ma dwen ene omo focus ne omo bibia wo.
Na no be hu say Antonio Conte be ball Inter for Barcelona call Barcelona ko ball 3-3 no.
Yeah.
Obebo ma basopa. Yeah. So much Italian football nim. Me ti Conte di na chese o pa chese nko for no mo hwe we be ball.
Ah omo for ba chele ko.
That is our bomb about Champions League in a year. We are
doing the theory there, Mefa. It's a form of doing Europe, a hormone, a bellboy. And I think that performances are here from both teams. It's a clear indication. So Napoli and Abrez over the Italian Serie A. Inter Milan focus, Aqua the Champions League. So it is all Napoli now. What's an FA? Looking at performances at what nine in the last 6 matches. You move 5, say you home, say you are winning in our share. Now your opportunity, but January. How on the last 6 matches, our but we winning 1. We draw 1 and I will lose 4. A advantage the mouth. So beshe. Inter kwa away or kwa the BCBA on one asem. Focus on your own to see our destiny kita. O destiny kita interview. Now I heard say on Lucy. Now o mna mefa ho e kita wo ankasa. O hye de aka na waju league.
Ye mu bi so pe playoff no. Ye mu bi pese Inter Napoli belusu 1 game. Na Inter
she.
Na omakwa na obi a hye ne de na omakwi. Because first leg home 1-1. Ewo Napoli fie. Another draw. Ewo Inter fie. Enti ewo Italy. Omo nyusu goals no.
Yeah.
They straight playoff.
Yeah.
Na nkomo do omo Olympico Rome.
Na nkomo playoff no.
Because playoff on say ebi wo La Liga no. La Liga de no head to head. And so mo mienu bi wa say ni nyina antimi ama playoff betimi aba. Ye hu bi da, ye ntam ho playoff. Ana
sure, but me sure say Petanupi said the omo no nya adwene. Omo feel say opportunity na ba no ma take lead in the
day. One day mo playoff.
Because okay, playoff the betimi akọ either way. Say Inter acquire final game.
Say it is a final, it is a trophy season.
And I make say acquire final game. Na Inter ne Napoli ebo. E betimi a different ball game altogether.
And then be just say you say Arsenal and Liverpool for na points here pay. Yeah, you go to film. Yeah, you head to head. Yeah, you BBBL film. You both league in the way, no. Omo yi na pay. Aka last game you saw me no kobo. What be show you go be
watch league no. And I make say as a neutral.
As a league ni bi wa you hu bi. Some yi head to head goals na straight points. Mo ben so wi ayen ko bi mo komo. Ya de mo ko neutral grounds na mo kobo match bi.
As a neutral de nke be ye de. E be ye fe.
Ba fans
ne de.
Omakoma
because enya kokoye sa playoff na. E be ye de so obeka say Napoli be fa trophy no. Inter with that experience and the kind of resilience they have shown.
But that Inter manager no Simone Inzaghi no one of games and knockout games no. Akwa master.
And America no. So resilient nature no match especially when it gets to the knockout phases of the Champions League no. Clearly o match say about one of and I say yem for bibi dia omani in this particular season. In AC Milan na bi o ma fa kwan bone so kakra enso ho but even with that crampo no Inter has shown that kind of resilience and I believe say e be dey the Napoli when it gets to that particular stage.
So two good tacticians Inter ni nyina no since baby adu so mota Inter chi na omo fi ho
ewo
the last 2 weeks
Champions League ni mo and league ni mo no
nipa na support Inter we are say na making especially Kruma
and I make say
me patch say nipa na support Inter you must say some Barcelona 2 games no more supporters pa and just say omo ta omo chia for league
no so
omo atwomo
oh me sure so omo be assignment no
omo ni hokora bi
na assignment dey e basa dey some Madrid for no it did assignment dey Barcelona game dey bi omo no wi okay omo no mo to kwata oba pai ai it assignment dey Europe omo wi say adwuma no I believe
the tell you say Okosoroba from Barcelona for ne betata on be attack. De bia ye bebo classico bia Madrid for ye ka say ye hwese kwoto abenya ni dey. Ba nyame aduma etina. I was Mbappe. Mo keka omo because Madrid be hia win if only say on person timi La Liga na. So Real Madrid for be hia Mbappe mo so mbeke ka omo mo goals. O me depend on kwoto a o say we ache. Say we say ni mo for ne keka omo. So me hwese Mbappe mbeti masachira ni umem kakra dia ma Real Madrid because a game on said that a lot of opportunities. So few ones ebeba no how I obey clinical bit ma convert no ebe ye key and eba sa na ho am na wo anymore Mbappe me na wo anymore so ene de me kwa Mbappe say obetima si for market kan ho
Kwame say Mbappe biggie
Can we go for Lamine Yamal?
Go for Lamine Yamal.
Yes, Lamine Yamal in the sense that recent El Clasicos are married. How was he upon a home day at the Amani team Barcelona? And aside that, recently big matches at Barcelona Abunino, he makes sure say he's a young player do, but carry him on his shoulders or bossy team no like he or bossy game in Ankasa. Emma who say yes, a brand you know, get that kind of force at Barcelona being here. So based on how I impacted big matches. Nan same money there. Me go for Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
Yes.
Lamine Yamal.
Yes.
Okay. Adelson, over kwa my mind.
Ken. Achina die misusu se e wo se Vinicius Junior keka na kakra. Wadache. Se Vini e kan ho se obobola obeka wo nyina egudem.
Okay.
Se Vini kan ho se big game. Big game. I will be a young so kind of one in community different, but it's been very bad recently. And saying, "Boy, no, we said they want ye." In say, Mr. Suse, some Madrid won't pay a bibois. Omumboma Vini, na Vini, and back to the normal self. No ba, be a bit miss.
I am on for question of the day. We move from our question count. Mammy, one of your side,
Say the Madrid for ya.
Mbappe. Your buffers are for me, therefore, the echo.
Oh, they say they're quite the move.
Said enemy can. Or no quantity may be catching place in the so 2 can do million.
And there's a pass non contact.
If you pass it. Okay. Hey, I just said.
Hey, Mammy, yes, said you're a Muscacra.
As a Copama go for.
And Copama, they stole, and I still insist. He's still the best player for Chelsea.
Oh, you almost are.
Hey, Ken Obia say 15 goals was here. Mr. Samne there 15 Premier League goals. Ain't me mad that say we share.
The best player for Chelsea this season and I say
No, we were same times. Nancy or buy this season there's some voices can say do an alpha. But Copama Juma we did the Chelsea no. You cannot say was some because we share 15 Premier League goals. I was
oh they be on side. Copama side.
Still Copama me tan the chiggy.
And it's on your comment. So, don't our loss in TV, our Facebook, and so now, Mamma Kakra, why and our GDA pass and obey, and the team that answer every piano and say, Obiatanity and so Abba. Anderson can a finish junior Kwame Eka a year Mbappe na Biggie Ede Lamine Yamal Mediri pass Jenny Timby here pa a Timo Courtois because Bono the Becon so a Babbe 15 independent or not to do it day actually every move and a betche a year Madrid for a year chances I will gain them and no a year no the Yama Classico I am gonna for and the public brain and it's a weird damn bob on it.
I didn't.
Say about winner 0-0 sans some that you been Chelsea. So we are day because it's so close to 20 years in here, but open I and this 0-0. In Jaya, they have 3-4 goals here. Yamiaduma Ochina, Ebeba. Now, Bassa from for money, Bruno Mobu in Uncle Gomosana, Madrid Factory Chomo. Big, so what's the one first factory Chomo?
Yes, Madrid for that.
And you come to be some year 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Then says the Canadian can one.
Yeah, me just show them Madrid for which Bakasa Ukruba.
Who said a 6 and 5
Say we saw 2-0 and your massem. We saw 3-0 and your massem. The young Sunday, consider me brave. The almost person watching with my day.
Or watching. And it's a Barcelona to be and get trouble. Champions League. Okay.
Champions League.
Okay.
So the difference near 10.
Sure.
Difference near 10.
But to be honest,
15, Barca 5. And understand, would you want to make it 60 years?
Hey, wow, and he's a Champions League and the
Therefore, we say Arsenal team, they say Madrid will 15 or 0. They may take 100 years. As from what to be about to 15.
Possible.
So the number of years I would ɛwɔ football mu a wɔn gyi bi ne kyerɛ sɛ yɛ highly
possible obetumi akyɛ enti ɛnɛ ɛsɔ mo tie ɔmo ana
nkɛnyɛ bad na emu sɛ ebesi saa no nso so yɛ problem.
This is the much I don't say ebi ayɛ
4-0
4-0 5-2 and I said 3-2
oka ne nyina bɔ ma 12-4
12-4 aggregate I feel I'm calling you this is Xabi Alonso ba this Alonso dem jini di pa
but man tell you benya sa tough mentality they are for the last push about. That is the question I'm asking. Barcelona players, you know, because I feel a lot of these players are young players, and so therefore that kind of tough mentality. Say now all treble, especially wanting to win the Champions League.
That's not about the treble. Say Omunya Champions League, you know, Omunya League, and then Copa del Rey, no I think it's can okay. Champions League,
it is the biggest of all. Yes, but unfortunately, and no next super nanka one league in Panka or no open we're free. And no name to me a man counter. And now maybe some say players they be motivated enough. Maybe I once it is Real Madrid, they are classic, they are going to give their all because at least for the bragging rights sake and quality, or mobile person mobinia sa win no. Oh, but can they do it? That is the big question. And Madrid so better our mama ye. Now got to us
big question on me.
As it stands now, yeah, but classic this season Biana Barcelona na your favorite so be really. And talking of mentality now, what can
it me ba kwa me say dey yen fa say Barca no Madrid ba be ba so do ti beto so pa dey and dey onye
David
kwa eres so what
tie no pa
onye say Madrid ba
maybe
next Barca players in your prepare plan ya kaka
David next season asem but this season pa na Madrid go chia Barca me say chinchina ameko David on say dey be ampanyin focus say the ehu ana dey why be pain no yendi ho achiye this season Barcelona demonstrated actually say baby on better Real Madrid do show so clearly obi o show dey bia no this season say won na ekoba untimi nka say ontimi nya bi oka so obeye and some mentality na big you can Barca players near young by nipa we impact some mentality near Hansi Flick. That's the reason why Enra coach ne ka say omonko for the last push because coach him say emotionally omo down after so move free Inter Milan game no by how we impact our winning mentality omo menya some mental toughness no the same coach me believe say by this time was cycle boys na kasa
okay
I will make me this hard defeat not to obey okay and to me when they say Barcelona e betimi ewura game ma bra omo ye strong